Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. Listen, this is Welcome to the Barbershop. I'm your host, G. Bush, and we going to get right to this thing. Yeah, so we're looking around, and every time I come back on here, I seem to be vindicated. I seem to be a person that is vindicated from all of the things that we see each and every week. And I just think it's funny and hilarious that when we come onto these platforms and these airwaves, as I go on UCSS and I'm on Twitter and all this stuff, we go through the same song and dance. We go through the same song and dance about why it is the Cleveland Browns continue to take L's and what I'm seeing on a consistent basis. And every single week, you get other people who come on here and they spew the propaganda on Monday, and then it's nasty work. Well, let me tell you something right now. The Cleveland Browns need to make a quarterback change, but doggone it, they need to go ahead and make them a change at the offensive coordinator. We got a lot to talk about. But first, I told you I had an announcement to make. And by golly, I do got an announcement to make. We'll get to it right off top. But first, you're listening to the Barbershop right here in the postgame show. Browns take an L 34-10. It was nasty work. We break it all down right here on the Barbershop. Welcome on in to the Barbershop. We appreciate you coming in. Before we start, I told you on Saturday I got an announcement to make. Sometimes you got to go ahead and give them the extra content. I do a lot of content in the Barbershop. I do UCSS, but I want to expand my content. I want to offer a nice exclusive package to those who are interested in being in the Barbershop VIP program. And if you want to know what it is, we already got some members that are already signed out. Shout out to those individuals. But if you want to join, it's available now. Click the join button. This is made possible by you. Right? This is your team. This is your channel. And you're going to have an opportunity to say what it is. And before we get to the show, we got a 1 minute a disclaimer to let people know exactly how you become a member and what you get for it. Here we go. Everyone, I'm super excited to share the Barbershop is officially launching YouTube memberships. If you love what we do here and want to support the channel, now's your chance to join our Here we go. We got to take that down first. We'll drop a bomb on this. Bring this back. Moderator, can we take that down? Shout out to Greg George. There we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and put this up. Hey, everyone. I'm super excited to share the Barbershop is officially launching YouTube memberships. If you love what we do here and want to support the channel, now's your chance to join our exclusive community. As a member, you'll gain access to our members-only live streams. These are special sessions where you can interact directly with me and fellow members, plus exclusive videos and blogs that you won't find anywhere else. But that's just the beginning. Members will also receive shout-outs in every video and live stream. I'll be recognizing you at the start and end of each video, making sure you know how much I appreciate your support. Once your comments noticed, members get priority replies to comments. I'll prioritize your questions in the stream and chat so you can engage directly with me. And here's a great added bonus. Enjoy 20% off all Barbershop merchandise at bushlinebeauty.com. It's a great way to show your support while rocking some awesome gear. But we still got more. You'll receive a personalized birthday message and gift every year. I'll send you a special message and a free Barbershop promotional item to celebrate your special day. So if you're ready to join the family and enjoy these amazing perks, hit the join button below. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. Thanks for being a part of the Barbershop community. Let's make some great memories together. Yeah, so we want to thank those members who already have joined. We want to get to them immediately. We want to show those members who they pulled up immediately. They just do it, man. They just continue to do it. They pulled up immediately. Let's get to them. D the man, we appreciate you for your membership, my guy. Miss Bell 70 has become a member. We appreciate you as well. Gregory George is a member. We appreciate you, cousin. We appreciate you as well. Shaz has become a member. We appreciate you as well. Janice Page Thompson has become a member. Dev the Dude, thank you so much for the membership. And you can get that. We'll go ahead and put that in the chat right now if you want to become a member. And we will make sure we get to your members, our members, as we get to them. We appreciate you. We got some great stuff coming up, and we appreciate your support for the show. Let's get to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns. Nasty work today. Nasty work today. And see, here's the thing that you're going to have to understand about this is it is now time to now start going to the people who are now in charge. Because I know, I get it. This is the way this thing is starting to turn out and starting to turn out and how we're going to work. The problem that we're starting to have right now is it's just not the fact that Flacco is where Flacco is at. It's the fact that Flacco has been put in a football game by someone. It's the fact that you have a 41-year-old quarterback who is out there that does not need to be out there. And it's to a point right now where the Cleveland Browns feel they can sacrifice themselves and sacrifice the efforts of the defense and gaslight people, make like we're stupid. And I'm tired of this noise and jargon where we see exactly what the Cleveland Browns are up to throughout the week. We get to the point on Sunday. We watch them play terrible games like this. We watch them put points on the board one time on the scripted plays and then watch the nasty work that they put out on the football field. And then we get the propaganda coming on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm waiting for it. G. Bush, what did you think that they were going to do? What did you think it was going to happen? They told you they were going to be bad. So you meaning to tell me because somebody done punted and told you they was going to be bad and told you they was incompetent because they told you that's good enough for you? 34 to 10. Now the Cleveland Browns and the Earl of the Pearl so eloquently put out, who's responsible for the offense? Kevin Stefanski. Who's responsible for who plays the quarterback position? Kevin Stefanski. Who's responsible for scheming up and playing people who are going to catch the football? Kevin Stefanski. Who sits there and talks about which quarterback gives them the best opportunity to win? Kevin Stefanski. Yet and still, we'll hear people with microphones that'll come up to you, that are coming down from the beautiful ivory tower in Berea, giving you that same old nasty work. That same old, it's what the Cleveland Browns believe. It's what gives the Browns the best chance to win. Bro, Joe Flacco had 10. Matter of fact, he got stripped once earlier, but they got called for holding in the secondary. They should have added that. It was multiple times. There was another interception that they threw the ball. That looked like nasty work. He got 3 turnovers. It could have been 5. It could have been 5. He didn't know where he was at. He was confused. I said, do you have dementia? Do I have to ask you where you are today, good sir? Where are you? Is there a reason why you are on? Is there a reason why that you are on the football field right now? The problem is we've sat here and we've talked about this. We've talked about this. At G. Bush, this makes it so upsetting, is they are asking you not to believe what you see your eyes say. Again, we saw with what this quarterback competition was. This is the problem with this. They are sitting there telling you, don't believe what your eyes are telling you. Don't believe what you're seeing on the weekends. The only thing that matters is what we tell you during the press conferences and during the week. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. Let's just get 1,000% done with this. If you're willing to lose all your credibility, please continue to talk about this kind of stuff. Because if you sit up here and you come up here to these folks that's paying their money to come to these games, that's spending all this money on merchandise, that's chilling, doing all this extra, and you're going to sit up here on a Tuesday and a Wednesday and a Thursday, you're going to sit in your room, sit in your little notepad in your desk, and you're going to sit up here and tell them that Joe Flacco and Kevin Stefanski give the Cleveland Browns the best opportunity to win football games, you've lost all credibility. You've lost all of it. What are you hoping for? You think that these folks, you think the sliver of the 15% population that's going to ride or die with the Cleveland Browns no matter what happens, and God bless them. I don't got no problem against them. I love y'all because y'all support the team. But let's be clear. There's 15% of the general population, 15 whole percentile, that's going to rock with the Browns no matter who's in charge and what they do. But for you to sit up here and try to act like you're smarter than other people because you are cautious, I don't want to call for anybody's jobs. Why would we do that? Why would we call for anybody's jobs? You're the zealot here. By goodness, G. Bush, you demand to see performance. You're crazy. Our job is to be blind parrots and jump and hang at every word that these incompetent people got. Because being truthful is incompetence. It's incompetence. And the thing that gets me upset and angry is we sit here and we talk about these dudes in the front office like they caught a football, like they done won a Super Bowl, like they done been to playoff games year after year, like they didn't evaluate great players, like they didn't put yourself in a position, and guess what? You guard them like that's your prize? What prize have they given you that where they are off limits? Really? Off limits. Oh, boy. And you know, to be truthful, this is why y'all get clowned. Because you sat up there on Friday all day in the local media talking about whether or not Shedeur Sanders was incorrect or he was in his bag for saying he feels he could play better than half these quarterbacks. Well, was he lying? What did you see today? What you see today that said Joseph Flacco is cooking? Nothing. Zero. You just don't like the fact that he had the disrespectful nature to tell the truth. Well, listen, the truth is, bro, Cleveland Browns, you're not close. You know, the disrespectful part about it, you know what makes it so tough, is the fact that when y'all won that game, when we won that game last week, that lulled some people to sleep like little babies. You got your blanket and your bib and your bottle and your warm milk, and you said, oh, look, we got to win. Now we're off to the races. Don't you ever say anything about them. Because you know what? We're one game away from being. We're right in the mix of being. You're not about to do nothing. Because you got fooled into thinking you had something to do with the win last week. That's what happens when you accept fool's gold. And when you don't critique and you don't figure out what you need to do to get better. You deal with a 34-10 loss this week, and you thought you was doing something because the defense played otherworldly. But then you come back this week, and guess what? You didn't get 13, you got 10 whole points. League average is 20-something. You getting 15. You got 10 today. You got to want better for yourself. You got to want better. Listen, I can't want better for you than you want for yourself. At this point, the Cleveland Browns aren't even entertaining. I sat at the beach watching the Browns lose every week. I want to throw my iPad in the ocean. Greg, I'm with you. I sit here every single week. The only reason I pull up for this stuff is because of y'all. That's the only reason I pull up because of y'all. That's it. I pull up for the people because I feel like in this industry and in this game, In this industry, in this game, you can't even talk like you want to. Miss Sunny, they've only scored 33 points in 3 games. And half the reason I got into this game was this. Because when you control all the outlets and when you control all of the what we talk about, and it's in the paper and how we go about it and what we do, it's almost like you're crazy. Because you watch these games on Sunday, you get to Monday, and you got 3 or 4 people telling you what you saw wasn't that bad. You got another 2 or 3 people telling you, well, what we should be really worried about is the quarterback, the third string quarterback with a backwards hat. We got 3 or 4 more people coming up telling you, you know what? He gives you the best chance to win. You got 2 or 3 more people telling you it ain't even about this year. It's about the dome in 29. You got 2 or 3 more people telling you, oh, the quarterback's in 26. You got all of these people telling you all of this stuff. And you look at the screen and say, did you even watch the game? Did you see what I saw? No. It doesn't matter what the results are. Their job is to tell you it don't matter what the results are. I refuse to do it. Maybe it's just the old football player in me. Maybe it's the old salty football player that had to have 17 surgeries because he cares so much about football, that wanted to quit multiple times, but just really love with the game. Jay Carter, we appreciate the super chat. Stop going to games. It will lose pockets. It will it will hit those pockets. That's another thing too, man. People, listen, I get on the Guardians all the time. But at least the Guardians didn't have the gumption. At least the Guardians didn't have the extra silly, over-the-top nature to tell you it don't matter what we doing this year. The Guardians could have folded 3 times. If you don't know, they got 2 of their best pitchers suspended under gambling allegations, throwing games. They traded one of their best pitchers at the deadline. And they refuse to let go of the rope. They refuse to say, so what? And you know what they did? They said, so be it. We're going to play rookies. And the problem with the Browns is the rookies is the best part of their team. Rookies is the best part of their team. But to be honest, Sunny Smile says, G. Bush, do you think it's a culture issue or offense or personal? I think there's conflicting. I think there's no direction, one direction. When you are an organization and when you play football, just me coming, I play for good teams and I play for horrible ones. I played for coaches that didn't know what they were doing, and I've also played for some coaches I thought were brilliant. But the one common denominator of teams that played well when I played was every single person on that team knew that the best people were playing on the field. We all knew it. The coaches knew it. We knew it. And when the coaches knew it, they put that in your heart. They put that in your mind that, yo, trust the best is on this field and that we going to put a plan together to make you be your best on that day. Second of all, there was nothing more important than winning. Nothing. Nothing was more important than winning. Not your dome or your stadium or finding this or figuring out that. And the second and third thing that I really when you got people that believe in that way in a certain mindset, it's a give and take. Coaches put pressure on you, but you put pressure on coaches. You say, what does that mean, G. Bush? Yeah, they're going to put that pressure on you, but you going to tell the coach, listen, the stuff we was doing this week ain't working. What you got? The stuff we put in this week, it wasn't good. What are we doing now? And the best coaches don't sit here and say, who are you talking to? The best coaches say, you right, I got you, dog. Here's what we're going to do. Pull up a bench. Give me the clipboard. This is what we're doing now. See, that's the difference between you can't fool nobody. That's the part. When people really be playing football, football is not, when people say, oh, there's no adjustments. You know what adjustments is? Learning how to live and work on the fly. That's all that is. It ain't no, how does Kevin get better at adjustments? Well, maybe you don't have the imagination for the job. Because once you get to a place where all your scripted plays is done, you're outmanned, you're outgunned, you're outmatched. Why? It takes emotional intelligence to be locked in with your players and understand them intimately, to understand what the way they are motivated, the best places that they strive, and the confidence to go to each other and have a working relationship. The Cleveland Browns and this analytical approach do not have an organic relationship. It is the reason why they can't have interpersonal communication. It's the reason why they can't tell the truth at press conference. It's the reason why when you ask them a question, they got to lie and be vague about it. And it's the reason why everybody walks around soulless, because they looking at the games is not won on your spreadsheet in TI-86s. Ain't never gonna be, because do you know how hard you gotta play to say, I done spent all of this time and energy away from my family, I'm getting paid, but I'm hurt, but I refuse to let my people down. It's the reason why the Navy SEALs and the Green Berets and the Rangers, where are my military people at? I ain't lying. I know some military folks in. Military folks, stand up. Moderator, look for some military comments. The reason you go to boot camp and special training is because they want to weed out it's the mental has to match with the physical. Everybody can be strong. You could be a football player, a weightlifter. Well, when you go to the Marines, they need you to know that when them bullets is flying, or when you on a bunker with a dude, and it's time for you to go back and save one of your compadres, one of your brothers, guess what? You ain't thinking about it. You don't care if you're tired, you're hungry, you're sleepy, you're half beat up, you're scared. All that's gone. All that's gone. All you know is I got to get it done. That's it. There ain't no such thing as an analytical drill sergeant. There isn't. They don't put people at MIT to come over here and talk to the people about laying your life on the line. You know what they say? I need a tough you know what to get some other tough you know what's together. And that ain't it. It ain't it. It ain't it. It's just not it. Let me get to the press. Let me get to the score. Let me get to the press score, and then we're going to get back to this, because I want to give y'all an opportunity to talk about this, because you know what? Because I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. That people want to like it's time out. Devin the dude, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the members. Appreciate all the super chats. We're gonna get to it. Let's talk about this game here. I don't want to give you all emotion. I want to give you some stats too. Let's go over for the Cleveland Browns, 34-10. Let's start with the defense. This is offense, but I'll do it backwards. Let's start with the defense. Thought the defense had, again, for what they was tasked with, for what they was given, very tough, very difficult. Very tough, very difficult. Devin Bush, 9 total tackles, 6 solos. I thought Carson Schlesinger was all over the field again. 8 tackles, 3 solos, right? Myles Garrett had a bunch of pressures, a couple of seconds away from sacks. I thought Goff did a pretty good job of getting rid of the football. He had 2 tackles, 2 solos. Denzel Ward, 2 tackles, 2 solos. Couple plays, I thought Greg Newsome didn't play a bad football game. 3 total tackles, 1 solo. He had a TFL. A few people had TFLs. Ronnie Hickman had 1. Shelby Harris, TFL. Greg Newsome is your starting corner with 1. Myles Garrett with 1, right? Denzel Ward comes up with the interception. He had a nice football game. You know, they get a turnover. So, you know, you take a look at some of what they're doing, and the Lions got a really good offensive line. Really good offensive line when you take a look at it. So defensively, I think, once again, anytime you're getting 10 points, I mean, you look at this game, the turnovers by Flacco, you go down the field, you had a really nice drive, really nice, crisp, 10, 12 play drive to start this thing off. They get the touchdown, and then you come back on the second possession, and what do you got? You come back on the second possession, and you're dealing with an interception. Where were you throwing the football at? Like, and I get what people are saying, and this is borderline that's sitting on a bunch of more excuses. You throw the football up, you turn around, there's no receiver in the area. It's Cedric Tillman's looking like, where'd you throw the ball? Joe Flacco's turning around like he's confused, like he don't know where he at. He don't even know if he's in Detroit. Do you got a concussion? Do you look like Mr. Magoo out here, walking off the edge of a building? What are you throwing the football up like that for? It's too much of that stuff. Too much of that stuff for the win. And you watch Myles Garrett with the guys coming off the field. That look in their eye is the look of, we in trouble. This is what we're doing. This is high school, man. And I'm not being hyperbolic here. My dad and mom and them came into town, right? They came in this weekend and they hanging out at the house. It's like 12 o'clock. Me and my dad is talking about the game. And I got so upset because we was talking about it. I said, Dad, listen, man, ain't nobody open. Ain't nobody open. And let me show you this rudimentary playbook that we running. We watched this game day after day, week after week. And we watched play after play on all 22. And when I tell you it is unimaginative, no route combinations, no creativity, no stems, nothing. It is basic high school football 101. Your best plays are I formation, Quinshon Judkins plays, hoping somebody misses. And when you done played the game and watched the game and you around people a lot, the problem that I got is when people who aren't doing that, people that don't know that, and the people who are just pretending out here, you're telling these folks that this guy's some offensive genius. It's a bunch of crap. Let's just call it what it is. The jig is up. It's up. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pretend to defer to people who, listen, I spent half my life doing this stuff. And you're going to tell me, because it's your opinion, that this is great? No, it's not. I done seen it, been it, ate it, slept it, dreamt it, played against it. If I played against this, there is nothing that they doing that's making me scared of anything. It's regular at best. And the problem is, it's so regular, and we keep trying to come up with these other, and then when they do get something that's kind of open, you got receivers dropping the football. Or when you do get something open, you got guys that are on the defensive line missing people. Offensive linemen getting beat like a drum. See, but this, hold on, let me take this now so you can see what I'm saying. But you don't get no pass from that. You know why? Whose job is it to find players? Yours. This is the insidious part about this. You give them breaks and you cut them slack because they don't have playmakers. But when you suggest that you get playmakers, you then go to bat for them again and say, we don't need those players. Happens every offseason. Then when we ask you, why didn't this person hit? Why didn't you go get more receivers? Why did you feel it was okay that you didn't bring any defensive linemen in or any offensive tackles or any cornerbacks besides Cam Mitchell or receivers that can do anything? And they tell them, we like our receiving room. Now you making me mad because you sitting up here trying to play both sides against the end. Don't you dare sit up here and tell me in my face that you like your receiving room. Then I go to criticize them, and then you standing up here like you Captain Kirk on the USS Enterprise, Captain Saber coach. It's a lot of Captain Saber coaches out here. It's a lot of khaki wearing Captain Saber coaches just walking around. You think they about to let you be the assistant GM or something? What, you auditioning? What you think they gonna pull you along? And oh man, I was watching this one. I was watching so and so on YouTube on the 6 o'clock news, and they sure know a lot about football. We need to go ahead and give him a. Get real, fellas. Get real, fellas. You out here looking crazy. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. At least make them come up with their own excuses. At least make them do that. Put it in the chat. If you Captain Saber coach, tell me why. And don't give me the age-old adage of, well, who are you going to get if you don't know? If you fire him today, who are you going to get? Nobody wants to coach here under that. That's half your mentality. That's half your problem. It's half your problem. Well, I don't want to look for another job because I know that this job isn't going to ever give me a raise or mobility. I only get a 10-minute break, and they're abusive to me. I don't know where else to go. I'm not going to look because where else am I going to get another? Listen, I know I'm in a bad relationship. I'm in a toxic relationship. But who am I going to get to replace this toxic person that I'm with? It's funny how y'all willing to move on so quickly. It's funny how you willing to give all of these excuses. It's funny how you willing to just, we give them another chance and another chance and another chance. But when you talk about playing somebody, he's not ready. He's never ready. Just saying. Drew Aller can save you. Maybe Kate Klubnik or Nussmeier or Mendoza or whatever you want, whatever savior you want. You think a savior coming in here under this rudimentary high school JV playbook? Come on, man. Come on, man. We appreciate you, Michelle Daniels, for the membership. We thank you so much. We will read the memberships after we come back at the end of the show. Now let's get to the offense. Speaking of, I do want to say this before we get to this. This is our first live stream. Members only live stream is going to be every Wednesday night. This is going to be, I already got it ready. The dirty secrets of the media. What I wish I would have known when I got into the game. So we're going to break some bread. So this is a members only pod. We're going to get to the live stream 7 Eastern Wednesday. It's up. If you want to be a part of it, maybe you go ahead and click in the link in the description. We will put that in the chat. And then we have that as a post on the Barbershop. So you can click under there as well to get it. So I'm going to be talking about on our members only live streams. It's a lot of stuff that you want to talk about all the time that you just can't. It's just like, you work for I work for the Bleacher Report. I work for Tegna. I work for 92.3 The Fan. I work for a lot of these places, and a lot of the stuff that I'm tasked to talk about is just things like this. But, the content that I'm trying to bring to the table is something different. It's different. I wanted you to get to know me, get to know my family, other comedy, just different things. And then plus I'm going to give you a weekly live stream every single Wednesday. We're going to talk. And I'll throw out a link, and a lot of times we'll just ask you guys what y'all want to talk about today. We'll get 4 topics out and we'll just go with that. So it's a community. We just gonna kick back, but this is the first live stream. Wednesday, October 1st is the first members only live stream. The dirty secrets of the media, what I wish I would have known before I got in. Make sure y'all check that out. Let's get to these. Let's get to this. It's offense. Joe Flacco, 16 of 34, 184 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, 39.3 rating. Come on, man. This is 2 weeks in a row that your rating is in the 30s. Your ratings is in the 30s, my guy. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And this is the stuff that I be talking about. You're going to see them. Just be ready to talk about it. You're going to see them. Matter of fact, we might even throw that in a little bit too on Wednesday. We want to see which we going to pick out who done been to the ivory tower and told that they didn't been fed that line of propaganda. No, you know you better not say that. You know you better not say that. Who gonna sit up here and tell me he give you the best chance to win? I got a quarterback on my roster that done throw 70% of his completions, 70% 2 years in a row. I digress. And here's another thing too. When you look at him putting Dylan Gabriel in the game, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Stop putting Dylan Gabriel in the game, saving face for Joe Flacco. Let him finish his breakfast. If he's going to be out there and be terrible, stop pulling him, putting other people out there like sacrificial lambs. If you're not willing to start Dylan Gabriel this next week, we don't want to hear none of that. What is him and Joe Bitonio out the game for? What are they out the game for? Was you hurt? I don't want to see no conversations with y'all talking over there. If you wasn't, evidently the communication wasn't good enough in the game. 34-10, bro. Stop. This is the smoke and mirror stuff I be talking about. Dylan ain't ready. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. He ready enough to come in and clean up this spilled milk? Stand on your own merit. And half the problem I got with the Cleveland media and half the problem I got with these fans is y'all sitting here act like they sending these dudes to Siberia. You can't put them out there. They're going to London. It's a time change and everything. I know you didn't play no football talking like that. You couldn't have. We'd have had to get you up out of here. We would have been like, listen, bro, coaches would have ran us to death just to get you off the sticks. What kind of mentality is that? He can't play because he got to go to London? Where are they going over there to do? Fight grizzly bears? Are they going over there to fight a war? Are they going into an active combat zone? I'm trying to figure out what the time zone got to do with something. You're a professional football player. That means I do this for a living. I can ball in the United States. I can play in Canada. I can play in South America. I can play when it's cold, when it's rainy, when it's dark, when it's at night, whenever. Professional. If you told G. Bush, I need you to go do a show tomorrow. Where is it at? Let's go. I need you to fill in for Colin Cowherd. Psst. You need notes? I don't need no notes. Well, you live something. You are it. What are you talking about? I live this. If you are a rapper, back in the days, when you came up in the golden era when Nas was running around and you had Jay-Z and DMX, right? And you had Pac and you had Biggie. Listen, you had to have bars on deck. Multiple, 100, 200 bars. All this, I got to get my phone out. Let me get my phone. I'm going to spit my bars off the phone. You had to have 300 bars on deck, memorized. Whoever ran out of rhymes first lost. 17-round battles. Bradley Fox, thank you so much for becoming a member. 17 rounds you had to have. What are you talking about? These dudes can't go to England and play football. It's the only thing they've been doing for their whole entire lives. That's why this narrative conversation be wild. You talk about you can't play him. Y'all done lost y'all's mind. And this is why we don't expect more. You know why? Kevin Stefanski, he could go anywhere and get a job tomorrow. He's sure the heck he couldn't. He'd already been fired in New York. You think Brian Dable had the opportunity to keep trotting Russell Wilson out there? No. They told him in the media, keep running him out there. You'll be the next gone. Brian, Mr. Daboll. Jackson Dart was starting today, was he not? Because that house was about to have that for sale sign up in it real quick. Realty One. His wife even told her, hey, listen, you might want to forget, we don't own nothing to Russell Wilson. Put that young boy in. But over here, we take everybody else's leftovers and clap it up like it means something. The Baltimore Ravens decided 10 years ago they needed to move. They got Lamar Jackson. The New York Jets decided 4 or 5 years ago that they was done with the Joe Flacco experiment and he was washed and was at home. We continue to run it back. We continue to run it back. The Indianapolis Colts decided that you were not good enough for them. They went out there. Not only the Colts had the heart to bench Anthony Richardson. Then the Colts had the heart to say, listen, Joe Flacco, you up out of here too. And then when they got Daniel Jones and they went in football games. But you, Cleveland Brown fan, you're told, nope, we got to ride it out for 8 weeks because we don't want to throw our young rookie tender 4-year-olds to the wolves. We're going to throw those guys to the wolves. Jerry Jeudy, 9 targets, 3 receptions, 48 yards. You dropped 2 balls. Harold Fanning dropped a couple footballs. Cedric Tillman, sorry, 1 reception. Jerome Ford, why is he even still playing? Why are you throwing the ball to a seam route to Blake Whiteheart? This is, and for all y'all that's sitting around here trying to tell you, for all those dudes that's sitting trying to tell you that all you need is a quarterback, what this is your skill positions? These are the guys that are going to get you somewhere. They have to get acclimated to the league somehow, right? Let's do it. No, the Browns really do not want to show people they can develop a quarterback. I agree with that. I've told you how I feel about it. This reeks of anybody but Shador plan. Why do you think so many people that are in the media that will tell you, oh, we don't even need to see, like, if Dylan's up next, watch what I tell you. I guarantee somebody gonna say it. It's coming. They're gonna say, G. Bush, if they do go away from Flacco and Dylan plays, don't be surprised if Joe Flacco is the backup quarter. Watch. Don't be surprised if Joe Flacco's the backup. They play the Steelers twice and the Bengals twice, Ravens twice. They're going to get thrown out there anyway. There it is. Ain't no throwing nothing to no Wolves. The receiver was surprised the ball was made into them. Hell, I'd be surprised. You see how this working? See it? Don't be surprised. Well, they got Bailey Zappi. Don't be surprised if Kevin decides that Shador may not even be ready. You got to say it with that light voice. It's almost like you trying to talk to somebody in the club. Don't even be surprised if Kevin don't even really, you know what I'm saying, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. Don't even be surprised. It's like it go like Dylan, then to Flacco. Because, you know, really low key, Shador don't even be ready right now. He need a little more seasoning. That's how you got to say it. That's how to. Don't even be. There it is, Greg. Don't even be surprised if Bailey Zappi is the backup. You know what I'm saying, baby girl? Boy, why you getting all philosophical? Like you rapping in a club to a girl, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what, G Bush, I'm not saying it's right. I ain't saying that it's right, though. Chantel, G Bush, if that's the case, why don't they just trade 12 or put him on the practice squad? Why they afraid that he's really that bad? See, they're not gonna do that. See, let me show you how diabolical this game get. The reason it's diabolical like that is because they're not going to give him no opportunity to come back and say, look how stupid the Cleveland Browns are. Because they used to do this in college before NIL came around. See, I'm old enough to remember this. If you one of my old school, if you play college ball anywhere, if you're in the chat, college ball player, pull up, co-sign me on this one. Back in the day, when you was playing, they had this thing. G Bush, you up, right? They got this thing where if you wanted to transfer, you had to sit out a year. So hold on. Tell me how. So you telling me that I get a scholarship and the scholarship is not guaranteed for 4 years. Actually, there it is. Actually, it's 1 year renewables. And actually, they can sign extra people. You only allow 85 scholarships, but they can sign extra people and then take your scholarship for whatever reason. It don't gotta be because you out here moving around. You moving around and you miss practice, we taking that scholarly. We doing this, we taking that scholarly. You ain't fast enough, we taking the scholarly. We gonna give it to somebody else. And then even if they do let you transfer, they gonna tell you it's a list of people that you can only transfer to. You're not allowed to transfer in the division. You're not allowed to transfer into anybody we play within the next 4 years. And then we got to co-sign that move. You know why they do that? Because they want their cake and eat it too. We want to prove that we smart enough that you ain't all what you think you is. And we want the power, but we ain't stupid enough to let you roll out to another team and have to face you for 3-4 years. Because the problem is they know he can play. That they're not doing it. Let's get to some super chats. We got a bunch of them. We got a ton of these, but I want to show in there as well. We'll go through, and right now, we got the members cooking right now. We're going to show the members that just signed up. You can sign up for a membership as well. We'll get to, at the end of the show, we'll get to what the perks are, but Shaz is a member. We appreciate you. Johnny's Page, we appreciate you. Devin the Dude, Chantel, Penton, is it Amir? P. Rothstein, my guy, man. I appreciate it. Howard Vansel, Sapper Daddy. I'm going we're going to have to figure that out. You got to email me. Shinjay, Shintai, and Mikhail Kithen, Tanzi, we appreciate you as well. Let's get to these super chats right here. Miss Bell says, outstanding, so deserving and worth of every dime. I appreciate you, Miss Bell, as well. She is a member as well. We got to this. Sunny Smile says, do you think it's a culture issue or offensive personnel? I think it's a combination of both, but I do think it is a culture thing. Stefanski and Flacco need their passports taken away. Past success doesn't turn into winning games in the presence. Defense was huddle up around 95 at the end of the game. A mutiny is coming. That's another thing, big cuz. Did you see Myles Garrett's face? He was not amused. Just a girl, 007, Haslam needs to go. Get Byron Leftwich for the head coach. He's helping Deion Sanders, but I'm sure he'll let him out of his contract to help his son's team. I like Byron Leftwich. I liked him when he was with Tampa Bay too. Garrett should have left. Never should have re-signed. Killer Panda. I like the profile picture. Sapper Daddy, leaving those tackles on the island against Hutchinson 60% of the time was the final straw. Maybe it's just me. No help, no chip, no nothing. It's disrespectful to the fans who love the game that are putting this type of noise on the field. David Peebles, I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greg Castellanos, G. Bush, is the number accurate to the Browns headquarters? Call them on the offensive is this hold on, let me get back to it. G. Bush, is the number accurate to Browns headquarters? Call them on this offensive travesty. Yeah, I think they already got me on the blocked list. Caller ID comes up at G. Bush Barbershop, and he's just like, we're not gonna have this dude in here. But we can't do it. Chad Hosenfeld, thank you so much for becoming a member. Viva Hernando 1, Gabriel was kind of a game manager at Oregon. That's what the Browns defense needs. Playing Flacco is senior abuse. Hey, I told people all the time, this is the difference between, this is the crazy part. For all them people trying to act like I'm some sort of zealot and be moving around and doing a bunch of extra stuff, stop the games. Here's what I'm saying. Even if I think Dylan Gabriel has some reservations and I don't really believe him as a future just top flight quarterback, I'm still willing to say I'm trying to see him play. There's people out here that is sitting here telling you, no, we don't want to see any of them playing. Joe Flacco for 18, man, if you don't stop. That's dead this week, though, because they're going to be getting heckled off the stage. Cats is going to be getting heckled off of the stage trying to pull that off. Avenue Bone, thank you for becoming a member. Devin the Dude is a member. We appreciate you as well. Rodney Hilson. This is sick torture watching Flacco. Knowing that the eventual change will lead to Dylan, while truly knowing Shador is the answer. Fans for 65 years. A lot of people be feeling that. And the reason is, the question is, are they even going to play Shador? That's the real question. Because you got to think about this. Their level of reluctancy to even take Flacco out of the game is an indictment on their judgment overall. That tells me they are willing to take L's and to do things that are counterproductive to the culture of football itself, to serve some sort of hidden agenda. It's wild to me. You thought he definitely, Dylan Gabriel should have been playing after week 2 almost. It's crazy. Rotten do funny. We appreciate the super chat. Isn't this the same way they played with Deshaun? Sure is. It's the same way. Tell me what's the difference. Go back and look at Deshaun Watson's numbers. Go look at Joe Flacco's. Go look at DTR's. By the way, here's the real indictment. Jameis Winston was throwing for 300 a game, but it was under Dorsey, not Kevin Stefanski. The second Deshaun Watson got injured, Kevin Stefanski walked into the office, turned his playbook in, and said, Dorsey's calling the plays, to the surprise of everyone. And guess what? Jameis Winston was throwing for 300 yards. Guess what? The last time the Cleveland Browns scored over 20 points was December 2nd. Guess who wasn't the quarterback coach? Guess who wasn't the play caller? It was Kevin Stefanski. He's never been nice. He's never been good. Let's keep it buck. Keep it a buck. Sarita Allen. In the words of Sealy from The Color Purple, until you do right by me, everything you do is going to crumble. Diehard Steelers fan, but I'm only here for my nephew Shador. Sarita Allen, we appreciate you. We appreciate you pulling up on us as always. We appreciate the super chat. And I love the quote. Till you do right by me. This is what I love. This is why I love this. I love this, man. This is the best part of the Sunday. Zuri Harris. I don't see nobody on the offensive side of the ball fired up on the sideline after going 3 and out making dudes accountable for their mistakes, coaches or players. You spot on. You spot on. Where's the accountability at? I saw more fire from the opposite end of the spectrum. You saw how they head coach. You see how Campbell was looking around after every penalty, and they smoked us 34-10. He was still looking like he was displeased. That reeks. That what you saying? That reeks of complacency and a hidden agenda. That what we got out of this year, we already got what we needed. You know what that was? We got our number 1 pick that we plan on doing whatever we want to it, and we got our stadium. Sleep at the wheel. Asleep at the wheel. Jay Carter, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you, my man. Victor Sueña, thank you so much for the super chat. Vernell Jackson, Cleveland fans love losers. Put Shador in. Damn. Have you ever understood? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, I've been here before, and I just don't understand the willingness to take the side of I mean, it's almost like we want to go backwards, man. We should have all been up in arms at the fact that you got a 41-year-old quarterback that people are endorsing to play the rest of the season. It's crazy to me. Michelle Smith Daniels, thank you so much for becoming a member. Sunny Smiles, at this point, we need to rebuild the foundation. We have no offensive lineman under contract next year. DeJuan Jones is hurt. You don't have playmakers. Cedric Tillman, regular. Jamari Thrash, don't even know who that is. You got Quinshon Judkins, and that's it. Jerry Jeudy is a good number 2 receiver that isn't even playing like a 2 receiver. Dropping the football. This is what happens when losing start happening. When you start getting to a point, and that's why I keep trying to tell people, when they always want to talk about the rookies ain't ready to play, the rookies ain't ready to play. What's going to happen when one of your significant starters or somebody pivotal goes down and missed multiple games, and you're wanting something? That means you're not even going to get the best Jerry Jeudy. You're not going to get the best veteran play. They're already beat up. They're already injured. They're already mentally checked out. So now you're going to put rookies in the game and expect to have an evaluation on whether they're good or not based on guys that have been beat up for half the season, and you done wasted their time and effort? As far as I'm concerned, Joe Bitonio is already 1 foot out of retirement. Jack Conklin, if you're 1-6, is Jack Conklin coming back to play? No. For what? I'm not coming back injured. For what? And yet and still, you put all of that energy, all of that effort, all of the pressure on the defense. On the defense. Defense got to play perfect. Defense got to get turnovers. Defense got to get this. Nah. Why don't you ask anybody else to do their damn job besides the defense? Feel free for the front office to do their job. Feel free for Stefanski to do what he. If you can't do the job, hand it off. Every other year, I'm going to call plays, not going to call plays. I'm going to call plays, not going to call plays. I'm going to give it off at the time. Listen, if you can't do your job, get out the kitchen, bro. Just be a head coach, because you're not very good at calling plays. Your offenses ain't like that. The jig is up. Offense is not good. I don't care who come on the show. Get ready. I don't care who come on the show. I don't care if you listen. You could be Stefanski's barber, his butcher, I don't care if you do his yarn, his front yarn, or you do it. You make alterations on the suit jacket. The offense is not good. There you go. Point blank. Period. Girly girl 47448. We appreciate you so much for becoming a member. Nicole, feels like they're throwing the season, and that sucks for the rookies. It's clear they want him, and the leader is selfish and it has a losing mindset. It is a bit selfishness in that. Because one of the things that I'm going to do as a leader is I'm always going to make sure that no one player is holding me hostage in terms of their play on the field. My job is not to cover up, not for no veterans especially. I understand as a rookie, you're going to make some mistakes because you ain't played before. But I refuse to let some old dude hold me back because I know how hard it is to put your body through that and win football games. And guys just busted their tails. And I'm not doing that. Neil Gray, give me a Super Bowl or divisional championship and keep your coach of the year awards and losing mentality and egotistical my way or the highway, Kevin. Why? I don't care nothing about your coach of the year awards. I don't care about how good your beard look or your degrees from Harvard or Yale or wherever they're at. I want Harvard or Yale success. I want Harvard or Yale type prestige because we win in football games. Not that you got a plan. Since when did we start selling people on people's individual plans and taking L's? Well, the Browns told us. I don't care what the Browns told me. You think I'm paying attention to that? You shouldn't either. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, that's the only thing we can go by. No, it's not. You can stop listening to that and demand results. Appreciate you, Rodney. Greg Castellanos, Mike Gundy can get us right. What do you say? Can't be worse. Hey, you want to look? Can't be worse. I mean, at this point, I haven't seen 6 years of this nonsense. Sapper Daddy, the talent of Nick Chubb is what Stefanski, what made Stefanski's simple play action streaks paired with middle crossers work in 2020. The tape proves he's running the same plays minus the stretch. Somebody sleeping in my bed. Boy, you seem to be a man who understands. The wide zone has gone away. The wide zone was predicated on Nick Chubb's vision, ability to cut back and make the first guy miss. They put the entire offense around that, using Amari Cooper, using guys like Odell Beckham Jr. or Jarvis Landry, who could run routes in the middle of the field and use the tight end screen game and another bruising running back like Kareem Hunt. That was 2020. Life has changed since 2020, if you haven't noticed. Little thing called COVID happened. Little thing called the advance of football. You're running something that is not, you can't run no more. You're running something that you don't even have the skill set to do. And you're trying to run it with an offensive line that's old, tired, slow, can't get movement, and can't pass block. The play action game is complete. So let me give you guys something as well. So this is another thing nobody brings up. So when you're talking about offenses, next time check people on this, because what I try to do more here than anything is give you ammunition to destroy talking points. I hate talking points because people who say them get so smug, like there's checkmate. I just said this. Let me just tell you this. When they talk about Kevin's offense, you say when Kevin was really working, he had Nick Chubb He didn't even use him correctly. When Kevin had a stacked offense with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, he still wouldn't use them in the backfield together. When he had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr., Odell Beckham Jr. was still circling places on the football field where he couldn't get the ball. And by the way, the architect of the run game was Bill Callahan. Bill Callahan was not only the offensive line coach, he was the run game coordinator. What does that mean? Run game coordinator means I coordinate everything with the run game. How the offensive linemen block, what are the blocking rules, what is the landmarks and targets of the running back when they get the ball, what is the steps, what is the play action steps that match with the run action up front, the check release rules. He coordinated all of that. Alex Van Pelt was the quarterback coach. He is the one that dealt with Baker Mayfield. He is the one that said, okay, let's get Baker on screens. The only thing Kevin Stefanski had to worry about back then was calling plays. Not coaching it, not teaching it, not designing it. In the 2020 game that he won in Pittsburgh, he wasn't even there. He didn't call the plays. Van Pelt called them. Prefer was the head coach. He was at home with you and I. Where are the genius level credentials at? He made it to the playoffs. How did the offense look different? It didn't. You got smoked by the Texans. But last year, they did the masterful job by saying it was all Deshaun. It was all Deshaun. It was all Deshaun. You kept saying it. It was all Deshaun. Well, Deshaun ain't here no more. Then what happened? Oh, it was all Dorsey. It was all Dorsey. It was all Dorsey. His playbook goes terrible. Well, guess what? Dorsey ain't here no more. It was all Nick Chubb. It was all Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb wasn't really the back he was. It wasn't Chubb. That was part of the running game. Well, he's gone. Pretty soon, there's only one person to look at. Kevin still got some moles in the game. He still got some mouthpieces in the game. He still got a lot of Captain Saber coaches out here. He's still rocking and rolling. And I can't wait to see him on Monday. You're going to laugh and chuckle when you see him. You're going to laugh. When you see the article on Monday, you're going to laugh. You like, boy, that boy G. Bush, boy, he good. That boy G. Bush be calling these boys out. That boy, he told me I knew you was one of them. I knew you was one of them Captain Saver coaches. It's coming. Telling me about how tough it is to go to London. Don't make the change. Can't make the change in London. London is a war zone. You do know they're going to leave and go to London mad early, right? They have 3 or 4 days to be adjusted. Guys, clown behavior. Insert human here. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Poetic Pen, thank you so much as always. Bradley Fox, thank you for becoming a member. Miss Duke, I can see the hunger and longing in the field in Shador's eyes with his backwards turned hat. Hey, Shador, keep an extra backwards hat on too. Matter of fact, wear a watch out there, a big one too. That's all they got to worry about. And stop putting the camera on him. Stop, quit. You told us to shut up. Just be patient. Don't say anything. Well, stop putting the camera on him. Put it on the guy that's playing. Joe Flacco, he ain't playing well. And the coach that's calling plays. Stop putting the camera on him. He's third team, remember? And a 5th round pick. Jamie Newfer, thank you so much for the super chat, Jamie. Jamari Thrash caught everything in the preseason. We need the stickies on the field. We can't even. That's another thing too. So that's another thing on your coaches. Cedric Tillman had a horrible preseason, but he gets to play because Andrew Berry drafted him in the 3rd round. He gets to play because the Browns drafted him. So Jamari Thrash, who caught everything from everyone, is invisible in the field. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Miss Bell, they have Shador as an emergency quarterback. They said the new rule says he can't play unless Flacco and Dillon get hurt. Can he be repositioned, renamed? Nope. I mean, they have to come in and say who's the emergency quarterback before the game starts. So if they name him as the emergency quarterback, no, he can't go and unless they get hurt. So that's why people be talking about it like this. Well, I'm saying, if they go from Dillon and Dillon come in the game and he get banged up a little bit, I wouldn't even be surprised if they go to Flacco at the number 2, because baby girl, my man don't be ready. Liars. Anthony Barnes, well, thank you so much for becoming a member. Buck, thank you so much for becoming a member. D, get naughty sometimes too. I appreciate you in the super chat as well. Samba Ba. It's not about talent evaluation at this point. It's grown men taking a young man's personality and confidence personally. That's frankly why they give us diversity training. But I think we got rid of that in this country. But never mind. I'm just saying. Sometimes people got to understand that you're a liability when you can't get outside of your own framework, where you let somebody else's culture, their personality, and who they are make you so uncomfortable that you start to act on emotion. You can't be a leader of men doing that. As a matter of fact, I want my guys that I'm playing with to be themselves. I want my children to be unapologetically who they are. I want people around me that are different than me, because they can give me something that I can learn that I might not be exposed to. It's a story about Andy Reid, how Andy Reid says he challenges his team. He has an open door policy that even when you come around and you looking around, he said during the week, if you come up with a play, my door is open. I encourage you. I want you to come in here. And you diagram your play up and you show me what we're talking about, and I use them all the time. I said, what the heck is this? So you meaning to tell me you have an organization and a culture that fosters collaborative ingenuity, that fosters creativity, that you want to partner with somebody, not force somebody into something because you're so narrow-minded it's your way or the highway? Proof's in the pudding. How many NFC championships? How many Super Bowls? How many? You think how many coaches? Listen, and the thing about people always talking about, if Stefanski would have had this person, if Stefanski would have had that person, if we would have had a franchise quarterback, have you ever stopped to wonder and question whether or not if you had a franchise quarterback, would Stefanski even be able to move his ego out the way enough so that person can flourish and become the leader and player? You think Kevin Stefanski, Mr. Check Down Charlie Brown, and the way he coaches it up, and his random boots and mid playbook, you think that he would allow Patrick Mahomes to throw underhanded? You think he would let Lamar Jackson run around as much as he does? Do you think he would still call run plays for Josh Allen because he's 6'5" and is a brute? Do you believe that he would let Joe Burrow get up and say, you gonna get T. Higgins or nah? You gonna sign T. Higgins and Chase and like it? No. He wouldn't. He wouldn't call those plays. As a matter of fact, when Nick Chubb was here and you had a superstar, I heard that the play by the people, Nathan Segura told on my airwaves when I was on 92.3 The Fan, he said the Cleveland Browns have an analytical department where they decided that the running backs' carries are diminished after 18 carries. They've charted that the progression in the gains and the effectiveness in running backs go down at 18 carries. So they like to keep Nick between 14 and 18. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. You got these pencil pushers in there trying to tell you, Nick Chubb, I got Nick Chubb. We about to wear people out with Nick Chubb. Well, they're trying to keep him fresh. They're trying to keep him fresh. Well, guess what? It's football. You can't keep nobody fresh. Because what happened? He got hurt the second game of the season against the Steelers, and it devastated him, and he was out for a year and a half. So it has nothing to do with keeping people fresh. Injuries happen. One here, one moment, gone the next. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to continue on. Just a Track Mom, thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you having you part of the community. Sheena Tai? That might be Sheena Tai. Shayna Tai. I think that's what it is. I'm going to go with. G. Bush, that was some nasty work on my first name. Call me Nita. There it is. I knew I would get it. Nita, we appreciate you. Patiently waiting to put on my Shedeur Sanders jersey. They can't hide him forever this season. Boy, there's a coalition of people with every Shedeur Sanders, every color. It's different colorways we didn't even know was out there. We appreciate you, Nita. You're a good sport for me. Destroying your name, though, too. I like that. We appreciate you. Bradley Fox, thank you so much for the super chat. Karen McWilliams. Beautiful over there. I love to see beautiful couples. I appreciate you. And I believe that might be your husband, your boyfriend, whatever the case. I like that. We appreciate your picture and appreciate you becoming a member. Bianca, Shedeur scored 21 points in the preseason. That's the most of all quarterbacks to date. It's funny how nobody mentions that. Funny how we had people saying, I can't get over the Rams game. Well, you sure as heck got over these games from Joe Flacco. Did you not? Joe Flacco is cool. Andre Terrain. It's a nice picture, too. Babe, remind me to give me some Sears pictures. Yeah, man, Sears cattle. I can give me some glamour shots, too. Yo, G, except for you, everyone in the media seems to have the same talking points about quarterback. America has to be called out about it in her tweet. Let's see what the tweet is. We're going to take a little detour. That's what I like doing. What did the tweet? Let me see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do it in real time. Let's do it in real time. Thank you guys for giving me some more content because I want to get to these people before Monday. And let's start off with, okay, we got this one. Thank you guys. We're going to get to these folks too. Feel free to tweet at them. Yeah, come on. Let's keep going. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay. Thank you for giving me that. Let's go see what we going to get to. So we got Oyufusi. Oh, okay. Here we go. They must have got to the Ivory Tower must have sent that tweet early. They got them boys together early. You guys better have your stuff together. By the time we get back to Berea, your articles better be out ready to go. We're not playing no games. This is a code red. When we get back to Berea, we checking all emails, DMs, and you better have the company line ready to go. Here we go. Let's keep going. Oh boy. Hey, here we go. We got the greatest hits. Yeah, y'all thought y'all was slick. Thank you. See, this is why I love y'all community. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We appreciate you so much. Bear with me, because we're gonna do this in real time. We're not even gonna wait for them to get to Monday. They put that out early, right? Let's see. Let me see. Oh, you poor guys. You poor guys. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. And we're going to put these in here. Let's go ahead and thank you so much for giving me this. Let's start. Let's do this. Let's start with Anthony Lima. Thank you so much, Andre. Got a bunch of tweets crushing Stefanski. His O-line is in disarray. His QB options are a 40-year-old or an overdrafted 5'9" third rounder. His wide receiver room is the worst in the league. What do you guys think coaches do in that league? Well, Anthony Lima, I'll tell you what they do. They coach people. They can put people in better routes. They can put people in a better concept. They can actually also say, we're not going to go out here with a 40-year-old quarterback that everybody in the league actually gave up on and told you was washed. And his offensive line, they hired a new offensive line coach, didn't get any better. When they asked about going to get other free agents to fill positions, they didn't do that. And the wide receiver room has been trashed since the beginning of time. We've told you all along. I said 3 or 4 years ago, where's your receivers? We got Jerry Jeudy. Where's your other receivers? We got Cedric Tillman. When I asked you prior to that, we got Donovan Peoples-Jones. When I asked you prior to that, you said you had David Bell. When you said prior to that, you said, I got Anthony Schwartz. By the way, Anthony Schwartz was taken over Amon-Ra St. Brown. They took Anthony Schwartz over Amon. What do you think coaches do in that league? Their jobs. This isn't the first time he's been garbage. But again, they got to you guys quick, didn't they? They was on the bus getting y'all together. Send that group text out. Send that tweet out. Playing with y'all. By the time we get back to Berea, you better have everything lined up. I bet not see none of this on the internet. All right. Shout out to Oyefusi. He didn't even say nothing. He asked the question. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski said he's still not considering a quarterback change. Well, good. We might consider a quarterback change and a head coach change. How's about that, coach? That's what the energy I need to be having. Because if you ain't responsible enough to see that he is sabotaging your season and he's not good enough to play, what makes you think you're good enough to direct our football team? That's the next question. Let's continue on. They got to him early, chat, but we're going to get them together now. So you listen to radio and television. Oh, here comes the greatest hits. Oh, goodness. Ball through Fannon's hands, then a drop by Jeudy. Bring in a new quarterback? Well, Tony, your quarterback has 2 touchdowns and 7 picks. He should have had about 8 or 9 picks. He fumbled the ball today, too. Who's probably didn't seem to mention the drop football when he got strip sacked. Or that air ball he threw for a turnover in the second series. I don't trust people with golden retrievers as their screen name. I don't do it. I'm sure it's a nice enough dog, but come on, man. They done got y'all boys together early. 4,075 people in here. Maybe I'm the only one that wants to keep it real today. Feel free to tag your favorite artist. Let's keep going. The story is already written. Joe Flacco gets no help in a 34-10 loss? How do you even write this? What do you mean he didn't get help? You mean like the help that the defense gave him last week? To single-handedly give him a football game? What help are you looking for? How is that the headline, but he turned the ball over 3 times? I mean, this is borderline. I mean, this is borderline. This is Soviet Union propaganda at this point. This propaganda is getting deep. He gets no help. What are you talking about? He's been throwing picks all year. Well, I'd be telling you. Let's continue on. DeAndre Black, old school. We appreciate you, DeAndre. You've been holding this down in the barbershop for years, so you know where I stand. Is this offense better than the Owens? No, it's not. Statistically, it's not. You go back and look at it. Statistically, it's not even a better offense than an 0-16 team. Ron Alexander, thank you so much for the super chat. G. Bush, you are a modern-day word sorcerer, wordsmith. Real talk. I want to let them shake down. I want them to let shake down her go. Man. It's Shador, I appreciate you. So it makes sense now. G. Bush, a modern day wordsmith, word sorcerer, real talk. I want them to let Shador go. G. Owner is wearing a headset because she wants to be heard. What's getting called due to the millions she is spending holding her coaches responsible? Say that part. Who? What kind of no? I used to work at a call center. Our quality scores, we listen to every call. What if one of your employees came to you and said, as I was a supervisor, why they got to listen to every single call? Y'all don't trust me what I'm going to say? And you tell them trust has nothing to do with liability. It's stupid. It's malpractice. If somebody comes back, it's actually for your protection as well. Because if somebody comes back and says you said something, it's your word versus him. And the customer is always right. So I would rather have a recording that we listen to so that we can save you from getting fired from people just spazzing out. It's part of the game. So for anybody who really is upset that the owner is listening to play calls, I pay you millions of dollars. I work for 4 or 5 companies. You think I can just get on platforms and start cursing, doing what I want to? No, I'm paying you handsomely and well. I get to listen to anything. This is my organization. I'm the owner. I don't understand why people be trying to get this twisted. What it is people who do that have an aversion to accountability. That's an arrogance level that they feel that I'm above any reproach and that how dare you call me out. And if you a G, if you a real one, if you about that competition, why you worry about who listening? I'm in the heat of battle. I'm him. You can listen to these plays. Matter of fact, you want to come to the office, I'll diagram them up for you. Let me, hey, come on in here, owner. This game playing this week. Whew. This game playing I'm about to unveil this week. Let me tell you what my thought process is. See, the goal of this week, they be coming out of a lot of cover 2. I know that. I know that. See, they thinking that we're going to have tendencies where we're going to continue to do some of them crosses. Nah. We got something lined up for that cover too. Let me get on the whiteboard and show you. Why you offended? Why you upset? Watch me cook and work. I'm built for this. I do this. I wake up like this. Come on now. Whitney Houston sing anywhere. Whitney Houston sing anywhere. What you talking about? Luther will blow the roof off a cathedral or Long John Silver's. Stop. Yoshi Doshi, thank you so much for becoming a member. Black 5 Entertainment, the combination of Shador Sanders, DeFlorio, Gage, Larverdan, and Davis is much better than the current core, period. New team name, Cleveland Clowns. Kevin Stefanski is trash, shaking my head. The All-16 team was more creative with less offense. DeAndre Black, facts. Samba Ba, Flacco is out. They're doing rookie things. We might as well have a rookie quarterback do it. 4,171 people in here. I really appreciate it, each and every one of you. Before we get it out, I wanted to express and explain. Once again, we appreciate all the new members, but I want to make sure that you guys are concise on what I'm offering, what I'm doing, and so that I can really start delivering content that you guys are interested in seeing. There's a lot of stuff that I talk about. As you know, I like to be diverse. I like to talk about the Browns. I like to talk about a lot of different other things. But I also want to be able to deliver content that's entertaining and to talk about the topics people want to talk about. And so this is an opportunity for me to deliver that content. It's also an opportunity to gather and have like-minded individuals, right? People that think, that want to be challenged, that want to think and really excel and do certain things. Thirdly, I just want to be about community, and I want to build somewhere where people can come, people can talk to each other, people can have a voice, and that you can all come in here and have a sense of community where, hey, once a week, twice a week, what we do, we're going to come in here, we're going to kick back, we're going to sit down, chill on the porch, and that's what we're going to do. Before, I thought about doing memberships and I thought about doing certain things, but I never really tried to do it because I always wanted to do something that I knew I was giving added quality to, and I had enough in the tank and enough bandwidth to get it done. So for me, that's delivering things about myself, giving you personal blogs, giving you personal things about my family, showing how I got here, giving you my insight, giving game, different things like that. Talking about and showing about my family and why I am who I am, and continue to deliver you content. So for me, that's what I want to do. Every single Wednesday, we will do a live stream. As you see, we like to give you an opportunity with super chats. We always will show those, but we're also going to show those priorities to those who are members. Nothing changes on my other stuff. I will still continue to do the barbershop. That don't change. I'll still continue to do all my other stuff, and then we'll ramp up and make sure that we get everything going with the barbershop membership. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate the community, and hopefully you guys come aboard and will be a part of something close-knit moving forward. If you want to subscribe and you want to do that, feel free, take a look at it. The link is in this description. It'll be a link in every description. You can check that out on the membership page. You can join right now if you want to. And plus, it's month to month. If you listen, if you like what you do, you can still renew it. But if you don't find the value in it, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. And we appreciate you. We appreciate everybody in the regular podcast. We appreciate everybody else. Sapper Daddy has one more super chat. He says, I told you, G, being a Browns fan is like living in USSR. The spin is crazy work. It had already happened. Cedric Lyons, we appreciate you for becoming a member as well. Sapper Daddy, he said the USSR. And then Amber, thank you so much for becoming a member. So I appreciate each and every one of you who pull up every single week. And we're going to have some fun over there. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk. We're going to give y'all posts and everything else. Before we go, we're going to give you an opportunity to check it out. If you're just missing it, we ran a promo for it. We'll do that again before we get out. And then we'll go ahead and end the stream. Thank you. We appreciate you. And as always, no matter what I'll be saying, it be saying like this: go Browns. I'm super excited to share the Barbershop is officially launching YouTube memberships. If you love what we do here and want to support the channel, now's your chance to join our exclusive community. As a member, you'll gain access to our members-only live streams. These are special sessions where you can interact directly with me and fellow members, plus exclusive videos and blogs that you won't find anywhere else. But that's just the beginning. Members will also receive shout-outs in every video and live stream. I'll be recognizing you at the start and end of each video, making sure you know how much I appreciate your support. Once your comments noticed, members get priority replies to comments. I'll prioritize your questions in the stream and chat so you can engage directly with me. And here's a great added bonus. Enjoy 20% off all Barbershop merchandise at bushlinebeauty.com. It's a great way to show your support while rocking some awesome gear. But we still got more. You'll receive a personalized birthday message and gift every year. I'll send you a special message and a free Barbershop promotional item to celebrate your special day. So if you're ready to join the family and enjoy these amazing perks, hit the join button below. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. Thanks for being a part of the Barbershop community. Let's make some great memories together.